Yo, what's going on, guys? Hunter here, coming back at you with another valuable video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the only strategy you need to pass your funding, to live freedom, to become a profitable trader, you name it. Okay, before we get started, I want you to like and subscribe. It inclines me to do more of these videos. If you want a video shot, drop it in the comment section below. If you haven't joined that free Telegram, go join that. I dropped some charts today. I'm still not on social media. If you've messaged me on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, I'll get to you soon. So with that, let's dive deep. I'm going to share my screen. I want to talk about these trades that we took this morning. I'm also going to start from the daily, as you know, top down analysis, right? So you can clearly see that we had a draw on liquidity on this daily fair value gap. Now, I know you guys have seen, if you watch ICT, he had the same thing, but I've had this drawn on my chart even when he was talking about it, okay? And the reason why is because I understand those concepts, okay? I understand his concepts, and I understand what the price is drawn to, okay? So that's the first thing you need. Once price reached there, okay, I knew that we would have a reaction, okay? And you can clearly see these black lines, guys, are opening weak gaps, okay? You can clearly see that as we were moving to that draw on liquidity, that daily fair value gap, okay? You can see we were putting highs in, okay? And these highs wasn't getting taken, okay? As we were moving down to that draw on liquidity, we were taking sell side every single time. So you could call it, trend line liquidity, okay? Low resistance liquidity. Once we go and grab that, it's going to run through it like butter. It's going to have no remorse, and it's going to run right through it, okay? So once I seen the expansion on Tuesday, okay, and we put in this expansion, we broke highs, we broke structure, okay, after leaving the fair value gap. I see that we leave these imbalances here, okay, and I knew that we would return to them, okay, and catch a trade. We could possibly catch another expansion for the next day, okay, and you can clearly see after that expansion, it put in a high. Yesterday's high, it closed there. It was the PM session high. So that was my draw on liquidity, okay, for the day. Now, I wanted to get into a point of interest in this area, and I'll go to the lower time frame to dissect that, to redefine it, right? So, but also, once we go to the 15-minute time frame, okay, you can clearly see that this was accumulation phase, okay? All of this was accumulation until we got into New York. We had the Fed speaking today at 8:30 my time, Central, so 9:30 Eastern, okay? So when that news rolled out, look what happened, okay? Here's 8:30 my time, 8:30, we manipulate up and down, okay? We go again, we sweep. You can clearly see that this is a fair value gap here. But I also want you to pay attention to this, okay? Low, high, lower low, and we never beat this low, and then we end up breaking that high, break of structure. What is this? This is a breaker. And you can clearly see, I don't even have to mark out the whole candle. I'm going to, but I can redefine it. Let's go to 15. Okay. This breaker is a custom with a fair value gap. Okay, so you have 2 points of interest there. So we rock in there. Okay, we did have this order block, this last down candle for that massive move, a custom with a fair value gap. I did have this marked out too as well. We could have definitely pulled into that, hit this old opening week gap, or I'm sorry, the new one. Okay, we could have came back down to that. Okay, you can clearly see that we're below midnight price. Okay, that's a key factor. Okay, so where am I going with this? You're connecting all the dots. Okay, if you understand your direction, now let's dial down the rules. Is there accumulation? Yes. Is there manipulation? Yes. Are we below midnight price? Yes. Are we in a point of interest? Yes. Now let's dissect. Let's go to the lower time frame and catch an entry. Okay, so you can clearly see we go to the 5. Okay, I want to go to the 1. Okay, so we know that we are already good on the higher time frame. Okay, so you can clearly see right here. Look what time that is. Okay, 8:30. Okay, so when the news rolled out, the news dropped, and then it came back up. Okay, so I wanted to break a high, because this is the high that really you can call this an intermediate high or short-term high that took out these lows. Okay, and it made a new low. So I would want this to have a break of structure before I even look for an entry to the upside, right? But it didn't. It respected it and dropped again. Okay, and I don't really want to trade. I have news at 8:30. Silver bullet hour comes out between 9 and 10 my time, so I was waiting for that. Okay, so you can clearly see at the macro, we sweep liquidity one more time. Okay, and then we displace. We have this good displacement right here. Okay, we did close right there at it. We close above because I'm now using this high, because this high is the catalyst of breaking this low. Okay, so I'm using this as my break of structure. Or you could have waited for this clean break of structure, okay, and use this fair value gap here, but I didn't. Okay, you can clearly see, and I was okay with that. If I got stopped out, guys, I would have just got right back in right here, because that was the next trade. So it leaves a fair value gap. I get into the trade. Okay, I set an entry at the bottom of that wick. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. Put me an entry at the bottom of the wick, and then I put me an entry at halfway threshold of that fair value gap, and we got stung in. And I put my stop loss at the low. Okay, now let's go back to the 15-minute time frame. You could have entered here again. You can clearly see. Okay, we displace, break of structure, return, fair value gap, entry at halfway point as well. Okay, plain and simple. Now, at the 15-minute time frame, where am I targeting? Guys, you have this high. I'm sorry, hang on. Let me go to 5 minutes so I can see it. Sorry. Guys, you have this high. There's a 2-to-1, okay? You could have took partials there. You can clearly see that we retraced, gave you another setup for OTE, and then ran the highs. My target was those highs. Now, I'm going to give you a trick, okay? ICT said this before. I don't know if you've ever caught it. The majority of the liquidity is at the bodies of the candles. So put your TP, you know how sometimes you'll maybe, I don't know, sometimes it won't run right there at the high, and maybe spread won't get it for you. Okay, so by putting your TP at the bodies of the candles, you can do away with all that, because it's going to run through those candles or those bodies. Okay, so that's where I had mine. Easy 3-to-1 trade. This right here, guys, well, let's just say if you were running 1%, that's 3%, right? That's 3% on a trade. What more do you need? What more do you need? The problem with traders of not passing, their funding challenges or not being profitable is because they will not wait for this. They will not wait for this. They will not connect the dots. Okay? So what do you have here? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Power of 3 setup. Easy. It's just easy. That was easy. Easy setup. I called this for my students this morning, and we crushed. We crushed. Okay? Same thing with US 30. I did get stopped out on US 30 right here. Okay? But it came up, swung, stopped it out. You can clearly see I marked this up for the students. Okay? Now, you can clearly see everything's there. Accumulation, news manipulation. Here's a balanced price range right there, okay, on the higher time frame. Now, we had low, sweep of that low, turtle soup, and then we break up to the upside, and then I catch me an entry on a fair value gap on the 1 minute time frame, okay? And then I take it to these imbalances. I didn't want to go all the way to the high. Will it go there? More than likely. More than likely. Okay, I could I could have gotten here, but you can clearly see it would have hit my break even. Okay, so I took these. I was fine with I took a 2 to 1 on this trade. I was fine with a 2 to 1. Okay, and I'm out. That's an easy target. Guys, there's nowhere else in the world you're going to double your money that quick. Okay, you can see 90% pattern. I call it 90% pattern because if you put the rules together, it's pretty accurate. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about that power of 3 trade. As you can see, I didn't even really have to use anything, guys. Like, this is just reading price action. This is reading the psychological part of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're getting people to go the wrong way. Okay, you can clearly see this is an old opening week gap. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, here's an old one. Here's the new one. Here's an old one. Okay, and you can clearly see the reaction to it. We break above it, we retest it, and we go. Okay, we go up again, this was an easy target, but you can clearly see accumulation. News comes out. Look what time that is. 8:30. Manipulate down. When I seen that, I was like, I know exactly what they're doing. I know exactly how they're showing their hand. Now, why am I shooting this video? Why do I continue to shoot A+ setup videos? Guys, what else do I need to show you? I can go into all kinds of stuff. I think I'd be doing you a disservice if I went and showed you an indicator. I would. Like, I would be doing you a disservice if I went and showed you some other type of strategy. You know, there's channels out there that show you a different strategy every day, and that to me is going to lead you down the wrong path. It's going to lead you down the wrong path because there is no holy grail. There's nothing new under the sun. This is the truth. This works time and time again. You can clearly see that most of the prop firms and most of the successful traders that are in them are ICT students. Okay? His stuff works. It works time and time again. It's you that is standing in your own way. You're standing in your own way. Okay? Make amends with losses. Okay? That is a really detrimental part to your success. If your losses are affecting you, that's what's stopping you. Okay? The fear of getting into a trade or missing out on a trade is also stopping you. Those are the things that are stopping you. It ain't the strategy. Those are the things that are stopping you. The attachment to money are stopping you. It is stopping you because it's hindering your decisions. Okay? If you're able to be patient enough to wait for this type of stuff, it will happen for you. Do not quit. Do not quit. Keep going. Okay? Just be patient. The reason why it's taking you longer than other people, stop comparing yourself to other people, is because you were more jacked up than they were. Mentally. You had to work through that stuff. Okay? It's not easy. Trying to overcome the mind is not easy, especially when you have traumas and habits that you've accumulated over the years. It's not easy. Okay? But you can come out on the other end of it. Okay? Easy. Okay? So I just wanted to show you that. Stick to these setups, guys. You can clearly see that it's a power of 3 setup, but this is the pattern. Okay? The turtle soup or 90% pattern, whatever you want to call it. ABCD pattern, there's all kinds of names for it. Turtle soup comes from ICT. So I'll just say turtle soup. Okay? You can see here, low, sweep a low, break up structure, return, and then go. Okay? Same thing with S&P. Was a beautiful setup. Okay? Now, why did I chose this over NASDAQ. Look at NASDAQ. Did I get any sweep? Did I get any sweep? When I got into New York and I started to see news manipulation, it didn't sweep anything. I want to see a sweep to the lows. I want to see it induce somebody to go wrong, to go the wrong way. It didn't do that, so I left it alone. No raid, no trade. Put that on the top of your trading plan and the bottom of your trading plan. No raid, no trade. That simple. Okay, guys, like ICT says, this thing is doing two things. It is taking liquidity and it is filling inefficiencies. That's it. That's all it's doing. If you really go back and look at the market as a whole, just go on the hour time frame, 4-hour time frame, and just scroll back. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. So now build your model around that. Okay? And you can clearly see that he has talked about, the session highs and lows that are the draws and liquidity inside the days, which is great. Why do you think I targeted yesterday's high? Okay, that was the end of PM session. That was a target. That was an easy kill. Look, kill, suck it back in. Nobody got a free lunch right there. Okay, I'll put it this way: if you're trading up here and you're getting ready to hit your objective, and you're trading, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble. If you're trading in this area, it's not good. It's not good. Now, I'm not saying that you can't, if they engineer, stop and then give you a setup and then run right through it like butter, get you a quick scalp and get out. That is a setup. But this here, after it takes liquidity, I would stop. Okay, that'd be like you being at the blackjack table and you got a 20 and you go, I want to hit again. No, you ain't gonna do that. You're gonna hold. That's a winning hand, right? So after it takes liquidity, look what it does. It sucks back in. How many buyers do you think was right here trying to buy this as a breakout? They got smoked. No free lunch for them. No free lunch. They got smoked. Okay? So again, guys, stay patient. Study this markup. I dropped it in the Telegram, so go study it. Keep it. Tell me something that you want to learn. Okay? You can train, you can watch videos and stuff like that, but guys, you're gonna have to get in the charts and train to make your eye see this every day. Okay? And if you do not see it, then don't take it. No raid, no trade. You'll get to a point where it's gonna be obvious that the trade setup's there. And you're gonna be like, oh, all this time that I've done this, and I've had it all along. I should have just stayed patient and waited. Okay, that's why timing is so important, so important. Okay, you can clearly see what timing was this in. Silver bullet hour, 9. There's 9 o'clock. Okay, 9 to 10. Okay, 9 to 10 is a silver bullet hour for me. I keep my time at Central. Okay, I don't have to change it to Eastern time. Okay, all it does is go forward an hour. That's it. Okay, so just wanted to pop in here and talk about that. Again, guys, if you want a video shot, you want a specific video shot, drop it in the comments. If you want a question answered, ask me. Go join the free Telegram. I'm dropping charts in there so you can grade them, so you can keep them. I will be back on social media soon. If you've messaged me there, then I will reach back out to you. Like I said, guys, stay patient. Do not give up. No raid, no trade. Keep pipping and dipping, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.